We're here with Grantland.com editor-in-chief and arguably the most read sports columnist in America right now, Bill Simmons. Thanks so much for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
What was it like studying to be a sports journalist in Boston?
You know, I didn't know what kind of journalist I wanted to be once I got in the program, because the best class I took the first semester was a magazine writing class, and I wrote this piece about this guy who played chess in Harvard Square. And it was a pretty lively piece, and my professor liked it. His name was Jim Brand, and he recommended it to a guy named Mark Kramer, who had this nonfiction narrative class that was really hard to get into. And Kramer liked it, and he got me into it, and that was the best class I've ever taken in my life, and it had a huge, huge impact on me.
You talk about original work, and obviously your work is unique and thought of uniquely, but that can kind of seem daunting to a student when they're trying to figure out what their voice is.
Right.
What is some advice you have on finding what's original for you from your experience?
You want to read good writers, and you want to figure out what worked for their style and how you could stand out from what everybody else is doing. The reality is the world probably doesn't need more sports writers who are writing the same angles that everybody else is writing. And it's like, if you want to write about sports, figure out a way to be a little bit different than the 100,000 other people that are trying to do it. It's weird though, there are real voids right now that we have trouble filling. Like, there's a million basketball writers, but there's not one really good movie industry writer who writes about the movie industry in a really creative way. There's not, in my opinion, there's decent MMA writers, but there's not one that we would have. And we have a great pro wrestling writer randomly, but we don't have a great MMA writer because we just haven't found the right person that would fit into what we're trying to do. So it's like, I feel like there are voids there. It's just, you gotta look at them and try to figure out how to fill them.